Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, and then I got and great. What else have I got in here? Jocelyn. Hi. So I got 11 of you, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 6. Okay. Jocelyn. And Anna Martinez. Hello, everyone. Okay. Hi, Jasmine. I'm still trying to get Susanna. I couldn't get this lesson plan up for my life. Okay. Shakur. Okay, I got 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. One of you I haven't gotten on here yet. Anna, I found it. Okay. And the Hanson. And okay. I think I got everyone so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm missing one person. No, I got everybody. Ooh, that's good. Do you have one more page in your electricity? Like it should be the general, this page right here to fill in your study guide?
No,
No?
I don't see it on mine.
In the handout, she didn't give it to you?
No.
Okay, it is something that you need to know because it goes through the rest of the lighting, okay? So I'm just going to ask you to write them in just on a separate piece of paper so that you'll have it, okay? Because it's giving you the end of the lighting in the lecture part, basically. Okay, so if you don't have it, just, we're going to label these because a lot of it's redundant. It's gone over twice, but you really do need to have the general precautions. Okay, it's kind of like a given. So the first part of this title, let me get attendance first and then I'll go through it, but it's going to go through general precautions and galvanic current precautions, sporadic precautions, sinusoidal precautions, all of that. It's all about the precautions that you use for these lights and machines, okay? All right, so just an FYI, okay? Let me go through roll really quick. Ava, Elizabeth, Venetia, Athena, and Jocelyn, Anthony, Anna, okay. Jasmine, Anna Martinez, Lena, Susanna, Shakur, Sam, and Alicia. Okay, so I got all you guys in there, right?
But me.
Okay. I got, oh, Victoria DeSalvo, I didn't have you in there, okay. All right, now I've got everyone, okay? So the very, oops, Abby's there, all right. The first one that you're going to put in is going to be general precautions, okay?
Wait, where do we find this in the lesson?
Not in your book, you're gonna have to write it on a separate piece of paper because it didn't cover this and you do need this part of the lesson, okay? So it should, they didn't give you the handout sheet to fill it in, so we're gonna go through it step by step. So you'll just write it on a separate piece of paper, okay? It's the tail end of the electricity, basically. Okay, so it's telling you all of the precautions. That's what we're gonna put down. All right. The first one is general precautions, and it's, you're only gonna put down, always read the manufacturer's directions. And the second one would have been the electrodes should never touch each other. So those are the two things that I want you to write down under general precautions. Always read the manufacturer's instructions. Okay, and the electrodes should never touch each other. Okay. Okay, then when everyone gets that finished, oops, Adriana.
What was the first one?
Always follow the manufacturer's instructions. Okay. Adriana, they're writing on a separate piece of paper. Okay. Where she went. All right. The next one is galvanic current precautions. Okay. And the very first one on this one is never take the current over 1 milliamp. Okay, never take the current over 1 milliamp. That's spelled M-I-L-L-I-A-M-P-E-R-E.
Can you do that again? Sorry.
Okay, it's M-I-L-L-I-M, or excuse me, I-A-M. I'm on Zoom. Okay, so it's M-I-L-L-I-A-M-P-E-R-E. Okay, so you never take the current up to 1 milliamp. And the second one on this one is to make sure the current is off before you remove the electrodes. Okay, make sure the current is turned off before you remove the electrodes from her face.
Can you repeat that one more time, please?
Okay, make sure the current is off before you remove the electrodes from the client's face. Okay, everyone got that one? All right, the next one is on Sporadic current precautions, okay? And that's F-A-R-A-D-I-C, okay? And the first one on this one is exactly the same thing. Never take it over 1 milliamp, okay? Never take the current over 1 milliamp for number one. You have a question? Okay. Anthony, I can't hear you, kind of like frozen. You're not talking? Okay, it was weird. It sounded like you.
What was
Alright,
it? Sporadic?
Sporadic, F-A-R-A-D-I-C.
Okay.
Okay. So you're never going to take the current over 1 milliamp, just like the previous one. Okay. And the second one on this one is also the same thing. Make sure the current is in the off position before applying and removing it from the face. Okay. Make sure it's in the off position, okay, before applying it or removing it from the client. Did you get it, Anna? Okay. All right, everyone get that one? Okay. The next one's going to be on sinusoidal, and that's spelled S-I-N-U-S-O-I-D-A-L, sinusoidal. And the precautions on this one is, number one is the same. It's never take the current over 1 milliamp. Okay, and the second one's going to be the exact same thing. Make sure that the current is in the off position before applying and removing it from the client. Okay. This one has a third one to it. Okay. The third one is the treatment should not exceed 30 minutes. Okay. The treatment should not exceed 30 minutes. And then just let me know when you guys are finished with that. Okay, everybody's finished, all right. Okay, the next one is on Tesla, T-E-S-L-A. Tesla is also known as your high frequency. Okay, and the first one on this one is to begin with a mild current and increase slowly. Okay, begin with a mild current and increase slowly. Okay. The second one is remove all metal jewelry from you and your client. Remove all metal jewelry, okay, between you and your client, because you don't want to use that around any metal because it's going to increase the current. Okay. The next one is going to be limit the treatment to 5 minutes. And this is still part of that last one, okay? It shouldn't exceed 5 minutes. Don't use any ingredients that contain alcohol, okay? Because if you use those on the face with electricity, it'll spark a fire. So we don't use anything that contains alcohol prior to it. So I usually do the treatment, the high frequency, and then put something if it has to have alcohol in it afterwards, but not prior. Okay. And then you have one more on this one, okay? Turn off the current after the client is holding the electrode, okay? Or turn on the equipment after the client is holding the electrode.
You repeat it one more time, please?
Okay, you turn it on, you turn this equipment on after the client is holding the electrode. Okay, in other words, she's going to be holding it like this, and then you turn the current on, but she has to be holding the current pretty much first. And then you make sure it's off before you remove her hand from that piece, okay? So always remember to remove her hands first. Or turn the equipment off first before you remove her hands. Okay, that's the last one in there. I want you to write in there now, heat energy. Okay, that's the little title on this one. And you're going to put down 3 things: conduction, convection, and radiation. Okay, that's under heat energy. Okay, it's conduction, convection, and radiation. Did everybody get that one? Okay. Good. All right. So this is a new topic on this one, okay? This is the benefits of light therapy. So that's the little title you're going to put on it, the benefits of light therapy. Okay, and what I want you to write in there is the production of beneficial effects, okay? The production of beneficial effects, okay, on the body through treatments, okay, on the body through treatments, using light rays or light waves. Okay. Using light rays or light waves. So it should read the production of beneficial effects on the body through treatment using light rays or light waves. Okay. Guys are writing like little maniacs there. Okay, your next one's going to be visible light. okay? All right, and then you're going to write underneath that title. It's like red are the longest wavelengths, okay? The longest waves.
Sorry, could you just repeat that whole thing over again?
Yeah, okay. So it's visible light, right? All right, you're gonna write red equals, okay, the longest waves. Violet are the shortest waves. Okay, so red are the longest and violet is the shortest. Bless you.
Thank
Then
you.
you're gonna write fluorescent, okay, are economical, which means cheap. Okay, these fluorescent lights are cheap, but they have a problem making the hair turn like cool colors, okay? So for fluorescent is economical, but it has a problem for hair color because it picks up the cool tones.
Red equals what you said? Sorry.
Longest waves, violet being the shortest. Okay, fluorescent is economical, but a problem for hair color because it picks up the cool shades. And you're going to write incandescent, which is the closest thing to natural sunlight, which is an ordinary light bulb. Okay,
Can you
that's
repeat
the incandescent. Okay, incandescent lighting is the closest thing to natural sunlight. Okay, it's an ordinary light bulb is incandescent lighting. That's kind of what we want. Oh, thank you. We kind of want that incandescent light because when we're doing hair color, at least we get a solid, we know what color her hair is actually. Sometimes when we're using under the fluorescent lighting, the colors put off a lot of like cool shades, which we don't want to see in there. We want to see something warm because the plant doesn't look so great in that kind of cool color. They kind of look dead, to put it bluntly. Okay, but the warm lights are the ones that are going to make your hair color look amazing because it's like natural sunlight. I know you've seen people tell or heard people tell, let's go outside and look at your hair color because it looks better outside. Well, because the lighting is much better outside than it is indoors, especially with the fluorescent lighting that we have here in the school. Okay, your next area is going to be invisible light. Did you have a question, Anthony?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, the next one is invisible light. Okay. And I want you to write down 80% of sunlight is invisible rays, okay? 80% of sunlight is composed of the invisible rays. And you're going to write beyond red on that, okay? Then you're going to write AKA infrared, okay? AKA infrared. All right, 8% of natural sunlight is composed of the invisible rays beyond violet. Okay, 8% of natural sunlight is composed of invisible light beyond violet. And it's known as AKA ultraviolet. Only 12% of sunlight is composed of visible rays, okay? 12% of sunlight is composed of visible rays, which make up the rainbow. Okay, that's the part we see.
Can you repeat
Can you
that one
repeat
more
that
time?
one more time?
So we had only 12% of sunlight is composed of visible rays, which are known as the rainbow. Okay, the colors of the rainbow that we can see. It's only 12%. So the whole thing went 80% of sunlight is composed of invisible rays beyond red, which are AKA infrared rays. Okay, 8% of natural sunlight is composed of invisible light beyond violet, AKA ultraviolet. right? And only 12% of sunlight, okay, are composed of the visible rays, which make up the rainbow. Okay. All right, your next one is going to be infrared light, okay? Infrared light. I'm going to put this down as exposure should be 5 to 15 minutes. Okay, exposure is 5 to 15 minutes. And it must be at least 30 inches away from the skin. And we figure fingertips to shoulder is about approximately 30 inches. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So that light shouldn't get any closer than that.
Can you
Okay, so
repeat that exposure?
the exposure time is from 5 to 15 minutes, depending on what you're doing. Okay, we usually use it for like 5 minutes, but it ranges from 5 to 15 minutes, and the light must be at least 30 inches away from the skin. And you and your client must wear eye goggles, okay, or protective eyewear. Okay. That's all you're putting into your infrared light. Okay. Exposure time 5 to 15 minutes. Okay, must be at least 30 inches away from the skin, and you must wear protective eye covering. All right, your ultraviolet light, okay? These are the short penetrating rays. Okay, that's what I want you to write. They're short penetrating rays. Yes, Anna? Nothing? Okay. All right, they're the short penetrating rays. Okay, I want you to write down this AKA actinic, and it's spelled ACTINIC. Okay, and these are your ultraviolet lights, all right? So ultraviolet is also known as actinic lights, and that's a test question. Okay.
How you feeling?
I can't hear you.
Who you got keys in the closet?
What? Okay, I was trying to answer somebody, I guess they didn't need it. All right, so ultraviolet are the shortest penetrating rays, also known as actinic rays, right? They can produce, okay, positive and negative effects depending on its exposure time. Okay, so you're going to write in there, they can produce positive or negative effects depending on exposure time, which we normally say the ultraviolet light could be on a client for like 5 minutes to dry up the bacteria on the face from acne. But once you go past that 5 minutes up to 15, then you're sitting on the negative side because now it's going to burn the skin, okay, and cause melanin to be produced, which is your tan. And that's not good, okay? May feel good on your skin, but it's not good because that's where you get the skin damage. Okay, so it produces positive or negative effects depending on its exposure time. Okay. Okay, and that UV light can basically be used to kill bacteria on the skin, like a skin infection or something.
Do we write that down?
Okay. Produces both positive and negative effects on the skin depending on its exposure time. Your small doses are going to be good because it's going to kill the bacteria on the skin. But when it stays on longer than 5 minutes, it's going to be on the bad side because then it's going to start to tan you. And remember, when your body produces that tan, it's been damaged, even a little bit. Okay. Were there any questions about this chapter that you wanted to know? No? No one had any questions about this entire chapter? Really good.
This is the electricity principles, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm. Okay. So everyone has this completed in their books, right? Okay, or the handouts. All right. So I'm actually going to let you take your break this early. I know it sounds early, but I have to go up and get your other tests. So can do review testing for you on chapter 4, okay? So you'll have test questions for tomorrow. And it's a little bit longer, so I want to make sure you get your answers correct. Our test ready for you, okay? And we'll go through the test questions. Be back here at 12:54, 5 after. Okay?
Okay.
Good. I'll see you at 5 after.
Okay. You just.
It's freezing in here. Okay. Give me a second here, okay? Put my little answers in here for you. Hmm. Everybody coming back. I got my roll sheet here so I can go through the list of it. I'll go through these again tomorrow, just so that you have them.
How many questions do we have?
I think there's 25. They're not that bad. They really aren't. Okay. Here's the one I always mess up on.
How did we do on the other test?
I thought you did okay. You have to ask, who gave you the test? Miss Michelle or
No.
Miss Connie?
Well, it depends. I think the people out on the floor got somebody else, but the people in the classroom got Miss Connie.
Okay. Yeah, ask her, because I put them together, you know, from like the scores that you had from the other two tests for anatomy. So she was going to add those three together and then, oops, these people are not coming in. Max, Eva, and Jocelyn. Okay. Hold on a second. Max, Jocelyn, who else did I just let in here? Who just came in besides Jocelyn and Max? There's one more.
It was me. It's Eva.
Who's me? Who?
Eva.
Eva, okay. Thank you. All right, because I'm just going through the answer sheet to make sure I had all the answers right here for you. Okay. So there's going to be 25 questions. Okay, Okay, we ready? All right. So Ava, you're the first one on the list. Okay. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm right here.
You here, Ava?
Yeah.
Okay. Your question is this: treatment with light rays is called phoresis, light therapy, mechanical effect, or combination cataphoresis.
Light therapy?
Yep, good. Okay, Elizabeth. Oh,
What's the
where are
answer?
you? Russ,
I couldn't hear you. What was the answer?
Light therapy.
said the
Yeah.
treatment with light rays is light therapy. Mhm. Sorry. Okay, are you in here? A volt is a unit of electrical strength, pressure, frequency, or resistance.
Frequency.
This one's going to be that was because of those three that we had to know. V was volleyball, and I just kept thinking I use pressure to hit that ball over the net. That's just my thinking, but you can use whatever method you can, okay? It's just sending pressure over that way. All right, Tanisha, this one's for you. Okay, the electrode that is negatively charged during an electrotherapy treatment is known as anode, cathode, insulator, or grounding wire.
It's an anode.
It's, I remember these electrodes, okay? Think of electrode has ODE at the end of it, right? So it is anode and cathode, all right? Then you have anaphoresis and cataphoresis, correct? Okay, each one of those treatments needs an electrode, okay? So it's either an anode or cathode. They're always going to be opposites the phoresises. So if it's anaphoresis, it's going to be cathode, and if it's cataphoresis, it's going to be anode. So do you see how I'm making that fit? You see A or AC, but it's never cataphoresis and, you know, and cathode, or anaphoresis and anode. It's never that. It's always the opposites. Okay?
Okay.
Did you understand what I mean when I say the phoresis for the electrodes?
So is it cathode?
Instead of being anaphoresis and anode, okay, it's always going to be opposite. So it'd be cathode.
It would be cathode.
Does
Okay.
that make sense? You guys? Okay. All right. Athena, this one's for you. Are you awake? I need to see
Yeah,
your
I'm
face,
awake.
girl. Okay, here's your question. An amp is a unit of electrical resistance, frequency, pressure, or strength. Yes, it's strength. Mhm.
You said an amp?
Yes, an amp is an electrical unit of strength. Okay.
Okay.
The next one goes to Jocelyn. Okay, you ready? All right, yours is when performing an electrotherapy procedure, what apparatus or current conductor is used to bring the current from the appliance to the client's skin? This is the one that I was talking about before. I can't put my client's face up to an outlet, right? So I have to use a tool to get the electricity there. So is that tool known as a watt, a resistor, an electrode, or?
You broke up, been breaking up.
I know, I see, it's like internet. Okay, here's the question again. When performing an electrotherapy procedure, can you hear me?
No.
Okay. Apparatus current conductor is used to bring that current from the appliance to the client's skin? So is it a watt, a resistor, an electrode, or a wall plate?
Can you repeat the answers again?
It's watt, resistor, electrode, or wall plate.
Electrode?
Electrode's right, correct. Okay, everybody get that answer? Okay, electrode. Anthony, this one's for you. Okay. A constant electric current flowing in one direction is called alternating current, direct current, sporadic current, or sinusoidal current.
Direct current.
Correct. Mhm. Okay, Anna Maldonado, is that, okay, she's still here? Yeah, okay, there you are. Okay, this is your question. Materials that do not allow the electricity to flow through them are called closed circuits, open circuits, conductors, or insulators.
Insulators?
Yes, good. Really good. Okay,
Insulators.
yep, that's the answer. It's good. All right, Max, this one's for you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Which type of light, which type of light can be broken into individual wavelengths by a prism? Is it infrared, ultraviolet, a combination, or incandescent?
Incandescent.
I know, that's what I thought too. It's actually combination light. So it's a little bit of both that will actually give us that prism, okay? That one you might have a problem with, but that one is an important question. So it's gonna probably be on your board as a question, okay? Just an FYI on that one. All right, Jasmine H, okay? This one's gonna go to you. Are you here? Still?
I'm here.
Okay, your question is this. Tesla, a high frequency current, is also known as the red ray, the violet ray, the infrared ray, or the ultraviolet ray.
The ultraviolet ray?
It's gonna actually be the violet ray, okay? Try not to confuse it with the ultraviolet because that's the one that tans us. But Tesla's, because one of the lights, when you actually use the argon or neon gas, I can't remember which one it was, has a violet light that's called that light, all right? Just an FYI, and sometimes you'll see violet. Okay, Anna Martinez, this one's for you. Okay, I think I have one more question on here. Okay, materials that best transport electricity are known as a watt, a prism, an insulator, or a conductor.
In conductor?
It's conductor, yes. That's right. Okay, Lena, are you in there? There you are, okay, good. All right, here's your question. How many milliamps equal 1 amp? Is it 10, 100, 1,000, or 100,000?
1,000.
It's 1,000. Okay, it's 1/1,000 of an amp. So yes, you're right. Good. All right, Susanna, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, this one's for you. A measure of how much electric energy is being used is known as a volt, a watt, a load, or a conductor.
A watt?
Yep, good. Okay, Shakur, you ready for what question? I see his face, I don't see him.
Yes,
There you
I'm
are.
here.
All right, here's your question. A unit of electric resistance is known as a volt, an ohm, a watt, or an insulator.
It's an insulator.
Excuse me?
Insulator.
No. It says a unit of electrical resistance is called an ohm. Listen to this. This is a way to remember it, okay? When I ask a student to come up to the front desk, they're always like, oh, I don't want to. And I go, are you resisting? So that, oh, that's the resistance.
Now I
To help you
remember. I think I missed. Yeah, now I remember. I think I missed that part.
That's okay,
You
but
was
that'll help
asking
you
a
remember it,
question.
right?
Right.
I like using that as my example because they do. When I tell them you got a client, they're like, oh man. I'm like, what do you mean, oh man? Don't you want to do one? Okay. Samantha, this one's for you. Okay, the process of forcing an acid or an alkaline into the skin by applying a current to the chemical is known as iontophoresis, cataphoresis, phoresis, or anaphoresis.
Is it the ion phoresis?
Actually, this one's going to be phoresis. When it talks about both of them, acid and or alkaline, it's always going to be phoresis. That's like the general term. When it's alkaline, it's going to be anaphoresis, and when it's acid, it's going to be cataphoresis. So that's where those come in. Okay, but phoresis is a general term. Okay, Alicia, Jay, are you still here? Yeah, you are. Okay. Here's your question. Okay. Which electrotherapy treatment can cause sebum to be broken down or blackheads to be liquefied as in a deep pore cleanse? Would it be a sinusoidal, anaphoresis, cataphoresis, or disincrustation? If you don't know, just say you. What was that?
Can you read that again, please? Can you read it again, please?
Yeah, so I can't hear you.
She wants us to read it again.
Did you hear the question?
No, I didn't hear the whole question.
Okay, the question, which electric treatment to be or blackheads to be liquefied as in a deep pore cleansing? Okay, so this, you have sinusoidal, anaphoresis, cataphoresis, or disincrustation. It's actually disincrustation. Okay, what it is it's actually putting a solution down inside the follicle. Okay, when you turn the current on, what ends up happening, it works like a tornado effect. So that old sebum that was left inside the wall that left that old blackhead, you couldn't get it out manually, so you just, okay? So it melts the solution basically inside of the follicle.
Miss
All right.
Janie, you were breaking up really bad.
Okay, I'm trying to get as close to it to you. All right, is everybody's mic off? All right. I was trying to explain to you what the disincrustation is. It's a solution usually of just distilled water and a tablespoon of baking soda, okay? But you're going to apply it to the skin, and by using the electric current on it, it makes a tornado effect inside of the follicle. So it loosens up that old sebum so that you can remove the impaction or the blackhead out of the skin. And it makes it a lot easier to do it, but it melts that stuff down because it gets dry and it stays to the side of the wall and you can't get it out. Okay, so the disincrustation actually liquefies it. Okay, Abby, are you ready for your question? All right. Sporadic current is used chiefly to cause soothing effects, chemical effects, the transfer of heat, or a muscle contraction?
Is it chemical effects?
Actually, it's a muscle contraction. That's the reason why we can't use that sporadic and sinusoidal, because they both cause that muscle to contract on there, and then they consider that a medical device. So it goes into the medical field. Okay, so that was the answer for that. All right, Adriana, this one's for you. You still out there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, your question, your question is this. Light, heat, chemical, and magnetic changes are all produced by a short circuit, electricity, a conductor, or by force.
Electricity?
Electricity, good. Yes, that's right. Okay, I think I've gotten everyone in here. Has everyone had a turn? Max?
No, not me.
Okay, Victoria, you have one. Okay, this one's going to be for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, which of the following devices breaks the flow of current when an overload occurs? Is it a fuse, an insulator, a circuit breaker, or a grounding wire? Sorry. Hello? Okay, tell her to keep trying because I haven't seen her up here. As soon as she hits, comes up on the screen, I can let her in. Okay, all right. Okay, apparently there's somebody trying to get in. No?
Sorry, could you repeat the question one more time?
Yes, okay. Where was I here? Oh, which of the following devices breaks the flow of current when an overload occurs? Is it a grounding wire, a circuit breaker, an insulator, or a fuse?
I want to say a circuit breaker.
That's right. Yep, it's a circuit breaker. Okay, Max, you get a turn now. Okay, this one's for you.
With the light question.
Okay, any electrical appliance that's activated by the flow of an electric current, like a blow dryer, is known as a conductor, an insulator, an electron, or a load.
I can't remember, honestly.
Okay, does anybody want to try it? It's a load,
Load.
yes. The answer is a load, L-O-A-D. Okay. All right, Ava, this one's for you, okay? The direct current used in electrotherapy is known as Tesla, Sporadic, Galvanic, or sinusoidal.
Tesla?
The
Which-
second one?
Yeah, which one is the direct current?
The second one?
And that's galvanic. That's the one that it is. Anytime you hear direct current, it's the only one that's direct. All the other machines are alternating current, just an FYI, okay? And anytime you see electricity and a fluid or liquid next to it, chemicals, it's always going to be galvanic also, okay? There's a way to answer these questions really easily. Okay, the next one's going to go to Elizabeth. Are you back there? I saw her for a second and I don't see her anymore. Elizabeth, are you still there? She got logged off. Okay. Huh? Are you here, Elizabeth?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, here's your question, okay? Which of the following materials does not allow a current to pass through it? Is it metal, water, carbon, or alcohol?
Alcohol.
Yes, that's the answer, correct. Okay, Venetia, this one's for you. Okay, which type of current is an alternating current with mechanical effects to help produce muscle contractions? Is it Tesla, faradic, sinusoidal, or high frequency?
I'm debating between faradic and sinusoidal.
Okay, I'll give you a hint, okay? This one's sinusoidal. There's one question for faradic and one question for sinusoidal. And the way you can tell the difference is this, is the
Sinusoidal is
first one actually says faradic current. Yeah, it says faradic current in the beginning of it. All right. So the sinusoidal one is the one that produces the muscle contraction. All right. Everybody understand that? Because you just have two questions basically on faradic and sinusoidal. Faradic would read to you, faradic current is used chiefly to cause muscle contractions. But this one says, what type of current is an alternating current with mechanical effects to help produce muscle contractions? That one's going to be your sinusoidal. Okay. If it's got faradic in the question, you know that can't be the, you know, the second one can't be faradic. All right. Athena.
Yeah,
For you. Still there?
I'm here.
She's all right. Okay. An alternating current, which can be adjusted to different voltages to produce heat, is sporadic, galvanic, sinusoidal, or high frequency.
Can you repeat the options again?
Sporadic, galvanic, sinusoidal, or high frequency.
High frequency?
Yes. And the way you can remember these, okay, remember I told you there was 4 pieces of equipment, right? Sporadic, sinusoidal, high frequency, and galvanic. If the question has anything to do with heat or thermal action, okay, it's going to be high frequency. If it has germicidal actions, it's going to be high frequency, okay? Galvanic is going to be chemical, all right? Chemicals and electricity. And you already know what your sinusoidal and faradic are, so I'm helping you out on this, okay? All the machines are alternating current except for one, which is galvanic. Okay, so those little notes you need to keep to remind yourself how to answer these questions. The next one's going to go to Jocelyn. Are you ready? I can't see her yet. Not until she answers.
Right here.
Jocelyn? Okay, there you are. Because it doesn't show up on my screen until you talk. All right, the application of special currents or modalities that have a variety of effects on the skin is called light therapy, electrotherapy, chemical therapy, or grounding wire.
Electrotherapy.
Yes, good. Okay, this next one is for Anthony. Okay. The direct current used in electrotherapy is known as Tesla, faradic, galvanic, or sinusoidal.
Galvanic.
Yes. Okay, so we've gone through them once, so I'm going to go through them again. Okay, you guys? You ready? All right, Anna Maldonado, this one's for you. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Treatment with light rays is called phoresis, light therapy, mechanical effect, or cataphoresis.
Light therapy?
Yes, good. Okay, Victoria, this one's for you. Okay, a volt is a unit of electrical. Okay, a volt is a unit of electrical strength, pressure, frequency, or resistance?
Could you repeat the whole thing? Sorry.
A volt is a unit of electric strength, electric pressure, electric frequency, or electric resistance.
I want to say electric pressure.
Yep, that's right. Just think of the volleyball and volt because it's sending a pressure when you hit the ball. All right, Max, this one's for you. Okay. The electrode that is negatively charged during an electrotherapy treatment known as anode, cathode, insulator, or grounding wire.
The grounding wire.
This was the cathode. Remember, our electrodes have ODE on the end of them. Okay, just like electrode. That's an easy way to remember it. Okay, so it's going to be cathode on that one. All right, the next one is Jocelyn. Okay, this one's for you. An amp is a unit of electrical resistance, frequency, pressure, or strength.
Did you call me?
Yes, I did. Okay, your question is an amp is a unit of electrical resistance.
Okay.
It's strength, yes. Thank you. All right, Ava, this one's for you. Okay. A constant electric current flowing in one direction is known as alternating current, direct current, sporadic current, or sinusoidal current.
The third one?
The direct current, that's our answer. I didn't know which one you were talking about. Okay, so a constant current flowing in one direction is known as direct current. Okay, Jasmine H. Okay. When performing an electrotherapy procedure, what apparatus or current conductor is used to bring the current from the appliance to the client's skin? Is it known as a watt, a resistor, an electrode, or a wall plate?
An electrode?
Good. Okay. Anna Martinez, this one's for you. Okay. Materials that do not allow the current to flow through them are known as closed circuits, open circuits, conductors, or insulators.
Open circuits.
This one's going to be known as insulator. Okay. An insulator keeps it from passing through. Okay. Lena, this one's for you. Okay. Which type of light can be broken into individual wavelengths by a prism? Is it infrared, ultraviolet, combination, or fluorescent?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Which type of light can be broken into individual wavelengths by a prism? Is it infrared, ultraviolet, combination, or incandescent?
Ultraviolet?
It's going to be combination on this one. Okay,
That's what I
the
thought,
combination
but,
light, you'll be able to see that fluorescent in the prism from it. Okay,
That's the first one that popped in my head. I was like,
and
no.
that's one of the important questions. That's it. Okay, Susanna. Okay, this one's for you. Tesla is a high frequency current that's also known as the red ray, the
Violet?
Susanna.
Sorry, it was cutting out.
Susanna. It's the violet ray. It's the violet ray. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. That's what I said was Violet.
Everyone, Tesla or high frequency is also known as the violet ray. Hi, welcome back. Oh, 3 of them didn't make it back in there, okay.
Is she gone?
Did you get logged out of Pivot Point? I did.
Oh no. I keep pushing something. Let me see.
I think she's gone.
No, I'm still logged into Pivot Point. I have like a bunch of little screens up, so like
Yeah, same here.
I just keep pushing the screen.
But this pivot point, basically, like you have to keep like logging onto it, because every 45 minutes it kick you out.
Yeah,
I think
that's
I got
why I
caught
just
that then.
touch the screen or I do
Yeah.
something.
That's fine. We get checked for this because she has us in attendance until we get out. So even if you get checked out from the Pivot Point thing, she'll still
Yeah,
have us
but
on for those 2
morning,
hours.
I've been doing my homework and then I was kicked out twice, so I had to go in again. It's not like the other one.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I just typed it in now. instead of like, once I get logged off, I'm like, whatever, because I texted it and I'll just clock out later.
I do both.
The new one is different. The other one was fine. Like you can clock out whatever.
Fine, but this one always logs me out, so I just text it in now, so that I don't have to keep logging back in.
You text in at school.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you have to constantly keep an eye on it, like so that they don't kick you out.
So she's not coming back? We'll see.
Probably she's having internet problem as usual.
She probably turned off her computer to start it back up to do like a hard restart.
Would we have to restart too, or does she just come back in this one?
She just said her computer's problem, so probably just have her restart it. She's the one hosting the meeting.
Yeah, but if she turn off the thing, the meeting would have log out too.
She
So
gets out.
She didn't end it though. She just turned off the computer and everything. She didn't end the meeting. So technically someone else in this party is now the host for it. At least that's how it works for my sister's Zoom meetings. Like if the teacher leaves the meeting but doesn't end the meeting, then one of the students becomes the host for it. Usually the TA.
When you guys did color, was it 1 week or 2 weeks?
I think it was 2 weeks because we spent a week on bleach and then we spent a week on color.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was 2.
because you have like they give you like stuff to mix to play with the colors. It was like 2 weeks, yeah.
But even that 2 weeks wasn't enough. I didn't understand color. I mean,
That's why
but I didn't.
Sorry, it just wouldn't let me back on. Okay,
She's back.
I'm finally back, I know, huh? Okay. All right. Christian and Isabel and whoever else came in here. Who else did I write? Christian, Isabella, and one more. It just came
Did you
through the
get
door.
me after break?
Samantha Ibarra, yeah. You guys, you know you're supposed to be here an hour ago, right?
I've
Just an
been in the
FYI.
waiting room since 1 o'clock.
No, I've been letting people in, but we just now started breaking down. Because I would have let you
Well,
in.
I came in at 1 and then I was waiting 20 minutes and then I called and then she said she would call you and I've been waiting since 1:20.
Okay, because I only got you on the screen now, is what I'm saying. But I just want to let you guys know that what time you're supposed to be in class, okay? I didn't know if you had other arrangements. That's why I'm letting you guys know, okay? Because even at 1, it would be late, okay?
Well, I know, but I told you that you start at 12:30 now, right?
Yeah,
I don't get out of my last period until 1:05.
okay. So that's all I wanted you to tell me. Because I didn't have some of those notes down, okay? That's why I asked. All right. And now I have that on my note sheet here. Okay. Who had that last question?
It was me,
Who said me?
Susanna.
Susanna, okay. Go to Samantha Hansen. Okay, are you there? There you are. Okay, your question is this. Which electrotherapy treatment can cause sebum to be broken down or blackheads to be liquefied, as in deep pore cleansing? Is it sinusoidal, anaphoresis, cataphoresis, or disincrustation?
The disincrustation.
Yes, it's disincrustation, good. All right. Abby, this next one's for you. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Materials that best transport electricity are known as a watt, a prism, an insulator, or a conductor.
A conductor?
Yes, good. Okay, Adriana.
Yes.
This one's for you. Okay. A measurement of how much electric energy is being used is known as a volt, a watt, a load, or a conductor.
I'm thinking either a load or a watt.
It's a watt. It's a watt. Okay. Samantha Ibarra, are you still in here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so this question's for you, okay? A unit of electric resistance is known as a volt, an ohm, a watt, or an insulator.
A volt.
This one's an ohm because it's resisting, okay? Remember that ohm? I don't want to do it. So I use it as an example of it. I ask a student to do it, a client, they're like, oh, I don't want to. I go, are you resisting? To help you remember that one. Okay, Ava, are you back there? Ava? No, Ava. She went home. I see you, Eva. Ava. But you're just not talking to me. Okay, in the screen. All right. Elizabeth Russell.
It shows her on my side. It's just you can't
I know
hear her
she's not
talking.
answering me though, so she's not in front of her screen. So, all right, Elizabeth, are you ready? Yes. Okay. High frequency and alternating current are characteristics of which type of electrotherapy? Is it direct current, sinusoidal, Tesla, or galvanic? Okay, I see that, Ava. I didn't hear you. I was trying to talk to you. Ava, you got your mic on now? Ava? It's not working? Is it turned on? I can't even see you on the screen.
That's what I was trying to tell you. She's on my screen.
She's on your screen, but she's not on my screen. Is that what you mean?
I guess if she's not on
front of the
yours.
camera.
She's not in front of the camera.
She is.
She is.
Okay, what can I see? Wave your hand. Okay, I don't see, it's not even on the screen here. Oh, there you are. Good. All right, you want to answer this question? Yeah? Okay. All right. Sporadic current is chiefly used to cause soothing effects, chemical effects, the transfer of heat, or muscle contractions.
Last one.
Yeah, muscle contractions. Good. All right. Venetia, this one's for you. Okay. The process of forcing an acid or an alkaline into the skin. Okay, the process of forcing an acid or alkaline into the skin by applying current to the chemical is known as anaphoresis, phoresis, cataphoresis, or iontophoresis.
Can you repeat the question again? Because it was breaking on my side.
Process of forcing an acid or an alkaline into the skin by applying a current to the chemical. It's known as anaphoresis, phoresis, cataphoresis, or iontophoresis.
Phoresis?
Yes, that's it. Okay, Athena.
Whoa.
That was funny, y'all. She's doing it. Ah! Okay, Athena, are you there, hon?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, your question is, how many milliamps is equal to 1 amp? Is it 10, 1,000, 100, or 100,000?
100?
It's 1,000. There's 1/1000 of an amp in that. Okay? So just
Okay.
remember the 1,000. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Jocelyn, this one's for you. Your face. Okay, there you are. All right. A measurement of how much electric energy is being used is known as a volt, a watt, a load, or conductor.
A watt.
Yes. Good. Anthony, this one's for you. Which of the following devices breaks the flow of current when an overload occurs? Is it a grounding wire, a circuit breaker, an insulator, or a fuse? Yes, it's a circuit breaker. Okay, somebody's got their mic on, and we're picking up the baby. All right, Anna Maldonado, this one's for you. There you are. Okay. Any electrical appliance activated by the flow of an electric current, such as a blow dryer, is known as a conductor, an insulator, an electron, or a load.
A conductor?
This one's going to be a load. If they're saying anything that we can plug in that we use, like a blow dryer or curling iron, even this light, my computer even, okay? Anything that I basically plug into the wall, okay, is known as a load. It's like a general term, okay?
Okay.
All right. Victoria, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so here's your question. Which of the following materials does not allow a current to pass through it? Is it metal, water, alcohol, or carbon?
I want to say water.
This one's alcohol. The answer is alcohol.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Max. Okay. Are you out there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay. Your question is this. The applications of special currents or modalities that have a variety of effects on the skin are called light therapy, electrotherapy, chemical therapy, or mechanical therapy.
Electrotherapy?
Yes, it is. Okay. Ava, have you come back yet? There, all right, just checking. All right, I'm gonna go up to Lena. Okay, are you there? Waiting for them to like say something. So the screen. Okay, that's the only time that actual boxes change when you speak back to it. Okay, so Lena, this is your question. All right. Which type of current is an alternating current with a mechanical effect to help produce muscle contractions? Is it Tesla, sporadic, sinusoidal, or high frequency?
Sinusoidal.
Sinusoidal, yes, good. Good. All right, Anna Martinez. Okay, this one's for you. Okay, the direct current used in electrotherapy treatment is called Tesla, Sporadic, Galvanic, or sinusoidal.
Galvanic.
You're right. Good. All right, let's see. Shakur. Did you come back?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm driving.
Okay, all right.
Sorry about that.
Do you want to take another question?
It don't matter. I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Here's one for you. Okay. What electrotherapy treatment can cause sebum to be broken down or blackheads to be liquefied, as in deep pore cleansing? Is it sinusoidal, anaphoresis, cataphoresis, or disincrustation?
Second one.
It's the disincrustation. Okay, that's the one that's going to liquefy everything. All right. Okay. Samantha Hanson, this one's for you. Okay. High frequency and alternating current are characteristics of which type of electrotherapy? Is it direct current, Tesla, galvanic, or sinusoidal?
Tesla.
Yes, good. All right. Alicia J, are you still in here?
Yes.
Okay, so here's your question. The process of forcing an acid or an alkaline into the skin by applying a chemical to the solution is known as anaphoresis, phoresis, cataphoresis, or iontophoresis.
Phoresis.
Yes, good. Okay, Abby, are you still here?
Yes.
Okay, your question is, how many amps equal 1 amp? Or how many milliamps, excuse me, equal 1 amp? We're reviewing over and over, right? Let's see. Is it 100, 1,000, 100,000, or 10?
10.
It's going to be 1,000, okay? You're still thinking of 1/1000 of an amp, all right? Okay, Adriana.
Here.
Okay. Your question is this: light, heat, chemical, and magnetic changes produce what? Force, conductors, electricity, or a short circuit?
Electricity.
Yes. Okay. Elizabeth Russell, are you out there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so your question is going to be, the direct current used in electrotherapy is known as Tesla, Sporadic, Galvanic, or sinusoidal?
Sinusoidal.
This one's going to be galvanic. Okay, so if you still have a piece of paper out, okay, I'm going to make you guys memorize this part of it, okay? These are the things that you really need to be able to answer these questions, okay? There's 4 pieces of equipment, okay? High frequency, galvanic, sinusoidal, and sporadic, okay? 4 pieces. This is the only equipment that you have, okay? 2 of them cannot be used in the state of California, which is sinusoidal and sporadic, okay? Now, all of the equipment except for one of them is alternating current, okay? The one that's direct current is always going to be galvanic, okay? So that's another note to write down, okay?
So the 4 of them is galvanic, sinusoidal, and sporadic. And what is the other one?
High frequency. Okay, and high frequency is also known as Tesla and the violet ray. Okay. Hello? Okay. I'm stuck on it. Hold on one second. Hello? Hello. Yes. Okay, what do you need, hon? Uh-huh. So you're going to have to just write it down on a piece of paper and then take a picture of it and send it to me as a text message. Okay? Okay, no, that's fine. All right. Exactly. No, it's something else. You should be able to get through that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Bye. Sorry, that was a new student. Okay. So you got 4 pieces of equipment, right? All right. The one that actually is chemicals and electricity is always going to be galvanic. Okay. So if you see that in the sentence or the question, if it has chemicals or electricity together, it's going to be galvanic. All right. We went through amp, volt, and ohm, right? Amp is a unit of strength. Volt is a unit of pressure. And ohm is a unit of resistance. Remember that? Oh, I don't want to do that, client.
Yeah, what was the third? Sorry.
Ohm, O-H-M, and it's resistance. Okay. Any electrically powered appliance, whatever you use to plug in, okay, it's also known as that load. I'm trying to give you just the main points in all of this, okay? Now, high frequency has 2 actual actions to it. It has a thermal or heat generated. So if you see heat in the question, they're always referring to high frequency. And if you see germicidal, okay, or killing bacteria, that's always high frequency. Okay. So I wanted to give you a heads up on just, if you know those pointers, then you can answer basically all of these questions. You really can. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go through them again. Okay, just one time, I think we can make it through. All right, so let's start. Venetia. Okay, are you there? There you are. Okay. Which type of current is an alternating current with mechanical effect to help produce muscle contractions? Is it Tesla, Sporadic, sinusoidal, or high frequency?
Sporadic.
This one's sinusoidal. Okay, the sinusoidal and Sporadic are both causing those muscle contractions. Okay. All right.
What's the difference between the 2 questions, like for the answers?
Okay,
for
so
the
one of them
different ones?
says sporadic current causes muscle, and the answer is it causes the muscle contractions, right? And the second one for sinusoidal is it's asking which type of alternating current that causes a mechanical effect. It produces muscle contractions. So when you see those 2, sporadic already has it in the question, I guess you could say. Okay. And sinusoidal is just option.
Earlier, you said the question that have sporadic, the answer was sinusoidal, right?
No, the sporadic one is going to be muscle contractions, okay? Because it has sporadic in the question. So it's going to be, your choice is going to be muscle contraction. All right, and sinusoidal does cause a muscle contraction, but in real life, it's deeper penetration and greater stimulation to the skin. So this one, on the test question, it's just producing the muscle contractions also, okay? It's just deeper when you're doing it on a client. Okay, so both of them cause the muscle contractions. That's why you can't use them in the state of California. Does that make it easier?
Yeah,
Yes,
but
thank you.
how do it differ both of them? Like,
Okay, so one of them, sporadic is actually the question. It says sporadic current causes, and it's basically, it causes muscle contractions. Okay.
Okay.
And your sinusoidal one, it's going to say it causes muscle contractions. It's asking for the actual unit. Like, is it Tesla? Is it faradic? Is it sinusoidal?
Okay.
Okay, so one actually asks you for the machine. The other question, it just tells you what does the machine do.
Okay.
Okay, so they both cause muscle contractions. I just want you to understand that part of it. Okay.
Yeah, because earlier I had another question where it says where it included the faradic current. So the answer was sinusoidal. That's why I'm confused because I got the same question twice, but it's two different answers.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's actually, the question reads that just like I had said. I'm sorry if you read it. Okay, it says faradic current is chiefly used, and the answer actually is muscle contractions because it doesn't have sinusoidal. So if I said that, I'm sorry. Okay. So one of them is actually asking you for the action on those two questions. All right. And faradic causes muscle contractions. Okay. The other one says what type of current causes a muscle contraction. And in that instance, you're going to put sinusoidal.
Okay.
Okay. So forget that other one where I said sinusoidal was contraction. Okay. Because it is, but the questions read just two different ways. One of them asks, what does it do? And the other one, the answer is what machine they're talking about. Okay. All right. There's only those two out of those for those two machines, those two questions. Okay. Who else is on here? Athena, this one's for you.
Okay.
Are you there? Okay. Okay. Which of the following devices breaks the flow of current when an overload occurs? Is it a fuse, an insulator, a circuit breaker, or a grounding wire?
A circuit breaker?
Yes. Okay. Jocelyn, this next one's for you. The application of special currents or modalities that have a variety of effect on the skin are called light therapy, electrotherapy, chemical therapy, or mechanical therapy. Jocelyn?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Did you hear the question, hon?
Yeah, I'm just trying to look.
Okay.
Would it be mechanical therapy?
It's going to be electrotherapy. Okay, because it's using electricity. Okay. Anthony, this one's for you. An alternating current which can be adjusted to different voltages to produce heat is known as sporadic, galvanic, high frequency, or sinusoidal.
High frequency.
Yes, good. Okay, Anna Maldonado. Okay, this one's for you.
Can you repeat the answers, please?
On the last one?
Yes.
Okay, the answer was high frequency. It said the alternating current. Mhm.
Thank you.
That's the one that can be adjusted to heat, remember?
Okay. And what was my question?
Your question is, the direct current used in electrotherapy treatments is known as Tesla, faradic, galvanic, or sinusoidal?
Galvanic?
Yep, good. Okay, let's see, Victoria, this one's for you. Okay. Any electrically appliance activated by the flow of an electric current, such as a blow dryer, is known as a conductor, a load, an electron, or an insulator.
I want to say a conductor.
It's going to be a load. Okay. It says
Okay.
any electrical appliance. So they're talking about anything that we plug into that we use in our industry, you know, like a curling iron, it could be a clipper, anything that
Yeah.
gets powered, okay? That's called a
Okay.
load. All right. Okay. Max, this one's for you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Treatment rays with light is called phoresis, light therapy, mechanical therapy, or combination cataphoresis.
The last one?
It's actually light therapy. The treatment with light rays is called light therapy. Okay, Isabella. Isabella.
Yeah.
Okay, there you are. This question's for you. A volt is a unit of electrical strength, pressure, frequency, or resistance.
A bolt.
Yes. Okay. Mhm.
Frequency.
It's going to be pressure. Okay. Remember me hitting a ball? I said that it sends out pressure, a volleyball. I just didn't use V because that's the V for volt.
Oh.
All right. Okay, Jasmine H. You still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Your question is this. The electrode that is negatively charged during an electrotherapy treatment is known as an anode, a cathode, an insulator, or a grounding wire.
A cathode?
Yep, good. You guys are starting to remember. Okay. Anna Martinez, this one's yours. Okay. An amp is a unit of electrical strength, pressure, frequency, or resistance.
Strength.
Yes, good. Okay. Lena, this one's for you. Okay. When performing an electrotherapy procedure, what apparatus or current conductor is used to bring the current from the appliance to the client's skin? Is it a watt, a resistor, an electrode, or a wall plate? Okay.
Can you repeat it one more time? I'm sorry.
Okay. When performing an electrotherapy procedure, what apparatus or current conductor is used to bring the current from the appliance to the client's skin? Is it a watt, a resistor, an electrode, or a wall plate?
An electron?
Yeah, it's electrode. Good. All right. Susanna, this one's for you. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Materials that do not allow the current to flow through them are known as closed circuits, insulators, conductors, or open circuits. Did you freeze, Anna?
No, I said insulators.
Oh, okay. It's a conductor when it doesn't allow, or excuse me. You're right, it's an insulator, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong answer. Okay, thank you. All right, Samantha Hansen. This is your next one, okay? A constant electric current flowing in one direction is known as sporadic current, direct current, sinusoidal current, or alternating current.
A direct current?
Yes. Okay, Abby, still there?
Yes.
All right, your question is, which type of light can be broken into individual wavelengths by a prism? Is it infrared, ultraviolet, combination, or incandescent?
Combination?
Yes. Okay. Adriana? Okay, your question is this. Tesla, a high frequency current, is known as the red ray, the violet ray, the infrared ray, or the ultraviolet ray?
Violet?
Yes, good. Okay, Ava, this one's for you. Are you still here? Ava? No?
I'm still here.
Okay, there you go.
I'm
I just
sorry.
need you
It's
to
curling
talk.
my hair.
All right, how many milliamps equal 1 amp? 10, 100, 1,000, or 100,000?
Is it 100,000?
It's going to be 1,000.
Okay.
Okay, it's 1,000. All right, Elizabeth R. Russell, are you
I'm
still
here.
here? Okay, your next question is this. Which electrotherapy treatment can cause sebum to be broken down or blackheads to be liquefied, as in deep pore cleansing? Is it sinusoidal, anaphoresis, cataphoresis, or disincrustation?
Disincrustation.
Yes, good. Okay, Vanisha, this one's for you. Okay, high frequency and alternating current are characteristics of which type of electrotherapy? Is it galvanic, Tesla, sinusoidal, or direct current?
Can you repeat the question again, please?
High frequency and alternating current are characteristics of which type of electrotherapy? Is it galvanic, Tesla, sinusoidal?
Tesla?
It's Tesla, yes. Good. Okay, Athena, this one's for you. Okay. Your question is materials that transport electricity easily. Is it a watt, a prism, an insulator, or a conductor?
A watt?
This one's going to be a conductor when it transports easily, okay? All right. Jocelyn, this one's for you. Okay, a unit of electrical resistance is known as a volt, an ohm, a watt, or an insulator.
An ohm.
Yes, good. Okay. And Anthony, this is the last question. Okay. Sporadic current is used chiefly to cause soothing effects, muscle contractions, chemical effects. Yes, good. Okay, so we've gone over them at least 3 times, even almost 4. So tomorrow I'm going to start the new chapter, and then I'll go through one more time through these for you so that you'll be fresh in your brain for Thursday's test. Okay? All right. So I'm going to let you guys go. Okay, for the day. Make sure you have assignments at home to do. All right. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. All right.